Oh, big scaredy puppy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Mike and I am the Backroad Adventurer. That's right, I changed the channel name. It used to be Ontario Overland. I want to focus a little bit more on some other content. And today I'm just out walking in the woods here with my dog Sam. She's right there running along beside me. Oops, stop something to smell. What do you got, Sam? What do you got? It's probably poop. It's always poop. So today I'm going to bring you a little something different. Here's to more vehicle related content, but I'm just going for a walk in the woods today. I got some time to kill. I'm just walking along a little no winter maintenance road. It kind of doubles as a little unofficial snowmobile trail here in southern Ontario. Sorry, snowmobilers, not many of your trails are actually open this time of year. It's been a pretty mild winter. They're going good in northern Ontario though. But yeah, like I said, this is just a little no maintenance road. Just going out for a walk with my dog. It's a pretty interesting property because it's got this unassumed road. There's no maintenance even during the summer. It's a nice little forest drive. As you can see ahead of me here, just kind of goes down into the gully and then down into the, there's a little graveyard just ahead that we're going to stop at and talk about that. There's some neat history on these roads. But I've got off to my right here, this is all obviously a private field, but to my left, this is all public land. No, it's not crown land. It's a conservation area. It's managed by the Saugeen Conservation Area. In my area, they have almost 40 different properties like this that they've either been donated to the conservation area or they've been acquired through the townships or through the counties because nobody either wanted the property or they didn't know what to do with it after somebody died or whatever happened. But I think for the majority, most of the properties are donated. Some might have been bought, you know, with back tax issues. Back in the day, you could easily buy derelict properties for next to nothing if you just paid the back tax. So a lot of people did that, and they just want to preserve a little pocket of nature. As you can see, it's a nice little spot. Unfortunately, when these areas are close to roads like this one is, it does get a significant little bit of trash buildup. But in the springtime, I'm gonna try to put together a little bit of a crew to come down to this road specifically and pick up. It's probably gonna be about 2 trailers worth of garbage that I've walked by so far. Yeah, unfortunately, even during the winter time when you gotta work to get your trash in here, they still find a way to dump it. But hopefully we'll take care of that in the spring. If you're interested in helping out, just search for the Ontario Overland Facebook group. We've got a ever-growing community over there of people that love to run events, people that love to help out, you know, people that love to explore. For the most part, it's pretty much drama-free. Sam, hey, come here, Sam, come here. Yeah, good girl, good girl. Okay, go. Yeah, she just loves to get out and run around. So a little bit more on these conservation properties I was talking about. It's a great little setup. It's not really geared to what we do for overlanding, four-wheel drive, exploring, and camping, because aside from ones like this property that have a road running beside it, a no maintenance road, you can't really drive off the road and into the forest. Even though there are little skidder trails and stuff like that, they'll usually be barricaded with rocks or sometimes a gate if it becomes a problem. But motorized vehicles are not permitted into the conservation forests or county forests. For the most part, there's a few exceptions, but we don't have anything like that around here. So it's just a good thing to know. If you find one of these and you want to come explore, you're not going to be able to drive in it or camp in it or have a fire. They're pretty much for day use, just for hiking. A little bit of, you know, stop and cook a meal on a small little stove or something like that. But you can easily kill a day out here. It's a great little spot for that. Right, dog? it's a great little spot to come with the dog. There she goes again. But one of the other really nice things about these properties is they do allow hunting. So it's a great public lands option for people in southern Ontario to come hunt. Some of them are pretty closely guarded little secrets. So you're gonna have to do, just like any other kind of searching for crown or public land, you're gonna have to do a little bit of research to find out, you know, especially it depends on what game you're targeting too, right? In southern Ontario, we got turkeys everywhere. They're just all over the place. So you can pretty much go into any conservation forest and probably successfully harvest a turkey. Deer are going to be a little bit more picky, obviously. Small game, plentiful. Great place for hunting small game. Come out here all the time for squirrel and the odd little the odd little grouse. There's not many of them in southern Ontario, and they're pretty skittish, so usually they're gone before you see them. So that's not something I'd go to target at these conservation area properties. But for the most part, they're great little day use areas. Usually if you search the area you're in plus conservation authority, you're going to get the one that manages the properties within your area. So in my area, it's the Saugeen Conservation Area and Grey County that manages some of the county forests. But what is this dog doing? Sammy, you got some snow in your paws? You got snow in your paws. Go be a dog. But yeah, like I was saying, this is the little old pioneer era cemetery I was talking about. You can find these on a lot of back roads. They're a nice little spot to stop. This one is the Bentic Presbyterian Pioneer Cemetery. It's got a little bit of a local legend to it involving a witch, but I covered that in another video. If you want to go check that out, I'll just link it. But obviously, you know, graves have been, like, the bodies have been exhumed and moved to the more permanent cemeteries in town, but a lot of the headstone markers are still here. And you can see a pretty short life for a lot of people, especially children. Excuse me. These are pretty old. 1899, 1870s, yeah, 1880s, 1860s, 1890s, yeah, 1890s. I think this property was donated to the Saugeen Conservation Area in the, I think, the early 1930s or so, 1940s maybe. But it used to be just a family that owned it, the Rutherford family. That name sounds familiar. Yeah, that's because the witch last name was Rutherford as well for this area, or the so-called witch, I should say. There's a little bit more to that story. Might get into that later, depends on how long I'm out today. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, again, this is one of those spots. You've probably seen it in a previous video. I did stop here, picked up a bunch of trash, but unfortunately people just take their trash, dump it here, and then it all ends up down there because people get sick of looking at it, so they push it over the embankment with tractors. It's nice to hide it, but that's really what I'd really like to see, that change, and just, you know, people stop dumping garbage. You can tell it might be a pet peeve of mine. So as I was saying before, these conservation area properties are pretty small, so you're really going to have to pay attention to your boundaries. Thankfully, I have something like iHunter that allows me to see these on the go, but as you can see, you're pretty close to public and private. Obviously, the public is the highlighted green, and you can make out where the private is as well. So when jumping this, you can, here in Ontario, corner crossing is not an issue, especially because I'm on a road, but it's definitely easy to see how people do trespass, maybe unknowingly. Obviously, some people do it on purpose, but that's not what we're about. So the bigger property is behind me now. This smaller property is where I actually I'm headed to today, so I'm going to head up there. But as you can see, there's a trail that goes to private right in front of me, but I have to continue along the road to get to that little spot of public ground up ahead. A lot of landowners obviously do post. It's definitely a smart thing to do, especially when you're close to some public property. You can post and help us out a little bit, but definitely don't want to go anywhere without a good app to tell you what to do. So that's why I use iHunter. I highly recommend, if you like getting out and exploring like I do, that you definitely look into iHunter. It's about $39 a year. iHunter is definitely my choice for heading out and exploring. It's always something I'm going to double check to make sure that I'm actually on the public or crown versus accidentally trespassing onto private property. Come here. What do you think? Should we go up there? Should we continue our adventure? Go up this hill? Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Of course. Like everything, it's steeper than it looks, and it's gonna be a slog. Luckily, there's not too much snow here, just enough. But, oh, there goes the dog. She's not holding back. Yeah, I wish I had four-wheel drive right now. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm gonna fall on my ass, I know it. Whew. All right, almost at the top. Sam, get a rope. I need a rope, Sam. Help me, help me. Made it. Yeah, it was a little steep. The road's all the way down there. What do you think, dog? Uh-oh. Yep, nobody's been up here this year. Now, you know, it just shows the history of some of these forests. There definitely has been some logging that has taken place in these forests, probably a long time ago. But the roads are still here. But because it's a conservation area, you just can't bring a motorized vehicle in here. They're pretty short and and they quickly become overgrown. Like, you'll be walking down a nice little kind of path like this, and all of a sudden it'll be filled in with saplings from 10-15 years ago that well, they're no longer saplings anymore. What I'd really like to find out here is some fresh deer tracks, because deer should be dropping their antlers right about now. So it'd be nice to find some fresh sheds that haven't been chewed on by mice. But don't think there's too much deer activity in these woods. Had some tracks here, but oh yeah, those are definitely coyote tracks. Yeah, we got lots of coyotes around here. Let's go, pup. You don't need to find one. Ooh, these are fresh. Yeah, what are these? Oh, squirrel. Squirrel tracks. Little squirrel. Hoppity hoppity hop. Lots of squirrels, lots of coyotes, and one dumb German Shepherd. Hey, you dumb German Shepherd? Yeah, you are. Is that you answering the owl call? Weirdo. Yeah, as soon as you do an owl call, crows like to come and investigate. Not the response I'm looking for. I'd prefer if I heard a turkey gobble, but I think they're still hunkered down in their winter flocks. Toms aren't out making too much of a fuss yet. Obviously, this is only the end of February. Once we get more into late March, early April, be a lot more interactions. Dinner just pooped right in, like just plopped right in there. Got a mouse or something. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Sam, did you find something? Sam, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Did you find something? Oh, let me guess, something peed on it, huh? Yeah. Jeez. How are easier ways to do that, dog? All right, let's continue down this path and see what else we find. to make sure I'm still good and I'm not trespassing accidentally. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere I haven't been before. I did a couple scouting trips here in the fall earlier on, scouting for deer, then turkey in the spring again, but haven't been to this spot before, so should have tracked it. Damn it. Oh well, I'll definitely be back. This is like literally 20 minutes from my house, if that. Sam, you don't like the snow, do you? Gets all in your paws. Yeah, but you love running. You love running around. This dog. Endless energy, even though she's like 11 years old now, I think. Yeah, but she could do this all day. Me, not so much. But I do love getting out. We got squirrel tracks, Sammy. We'll go this way. You're leading, Sammy. I'm following you. Klutz. You got her, Sammy. You got her. Get that snow out of there. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hey. Hey. Good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. Okay, go. Go, go, go. Go. Where are you going? Do you know where you're going? Please. Go on, Sam. Find it. She must have something that's buried under there. Oh, what is this? Hey, Sam, back. Sam, out, out, out. No. What is that? Oh, yeah. You definitely had something. I don't know what that is. That's freaking weird. Mix of blood and shit. Okay, Sam, come on. Go. Yeah. Leave it to dogs. Leave it to dogs. They'll find something. Come on, Sam. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I didn't know you were behind me. Jeez. A little more snow here where it's a little clearer. Still, definitely not to the point where I needed to break out snowshoes. Another little kind of logging path that I found. Just like that. A little more overgrown and fallen trees. Still beats walking through the thick bush in the summertime. Whoop. As my backpack gets hung up on the tree. Forgot I had a backpack for half a second. Hey, what'd you see? What do you got? Sam, find it. Sam, come on. Find it. As far as I'm going, dog, you're on your own. There's a squirrel nest or something up there. You can see what she's looking for. She probably heard them chatter a little bit when we were walking by, but you can see all the debris on the ground. Definitely active squirrels don't want to leave their nest. Squirrels don't really want to leave their nest too much in the wintertime. I don't blame them. Don't blame them one bit. Starting to see the road again down there. Sam, where's the road? Oh, this kind of feels like a road that I'm walking on. What you got? What you got? More squirrels? Probably more squirrels, right? It's always squirrels. And now we're back at the road. As you can see, it's been blocked off to prevent any vehicle traffic. But it's just the way it is. We can't go everywhere we want. You have to respect that, and that's how the rest of us, get access. So all it takes is a few bad apples to ruin it for everybody else. So, long story short, don't be a bad apple. It's not too bad in terms of snow depth, but we're just trucking along down this little path, following my dog's prints. Oh, there she goes. And just ahead of us, you can see the foundations of an old farmhouse. those pretty cool little pieces of history that are tucked into some of these conservation properties. This just goes to show you that, you know, it was a well-used property at one point, and then it got donated, and now it's free to use by all the public for whatever the conservation area that's managing it has established their plan on what this property is going to be used for. Now, if the dates on the grave, if you go by the dates on the graveyard just down the road, you know, this farm is probably from the early 1800s. So, I mean, it's quite crazy, really, that, you know, a basic stone foundation has just held up over time, you know, for, oh geez, almost 130 years probably. Like, I mean, you can clearly see like where windows and doors were as you walk around this foundation. You've got the barn back there. We'll go check that out, since my dog didn't like me standing in one spot too long. She just wants to go. Go, Sammy, go. You don't have to wait for me. Just run around. Just run around, dog. Just run around. Yeah. Yeah. She's a Velcro dog. She doesn't stray too far when she's with me.